First and foremost, we'll start off by giving all praise to Yahawahs.
Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
Right, that's our living power, right? And the Son, Yahawah, the living power, right? The ancient people, the ancient days, Yahushai, his son, was the deliverer of the nation of Israel. So-called Negroes like to go and live in America. Prophesied and anticipating a great deliverance that's going to take place, all right? In the midst of calamity, in the midst of atrocities being committed against the rescue of these people, all right? And in the glory that our Lord is going to come and deliver us right in the nick of time, all right? There's great tribulations coming. Everything that you see that's going down is written in the scriptures, all right? The fall of this economy, all right? The morality, all right? The people, all right? It's all signs of the end of Babylon the Great of Earth, okay? We're going to go into the scriptures like we usually.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. And it reads, it says, For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell on the earth, because they have walked in great pride.
Yeah. The prophet Ezra prophesied of great miseries that shall be done to people in the latter time. All right, some of those great miseries are going to be lack of food, right? Because the famine is going to come, right? You're going to have wars, all right? These wars are going to intensify, all right? You see what's going on over there in Israel with Hamas, right? How the Israeli IDF, they hit civilians, all right? Searching, they wanted food, you know? So they shot up, killed over 100 civilians reported. That's where it's been reported. All right, those are part of the misery, right? And ultimately, everything that happens overseas is going to come to Babylon the Great, because the Most High saved America for last, right? There's going to be a great insurrection in this society. People think that January 6th is something. All right, wait till these people can't eat. People being squeezed. All right, the prices of everything are going up. That's what.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 18. It says, The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death.
Yeah, this is only the beginning of sorrows and great mourning. All right, when you see these people, sons and daughters get shipped over there to Western Asia, all right, there's going to be a lot of mourning. All right, you're going to have an influx of Babylonian soldiers being put in body bags. All right, shipped back over to Delaware. Just like you had the four, I think if I'm not mistaken, it was 4 soldiers in Jordan. All right, they lost their lives, man. So this is only the beginning of the sorrows that's going to come upon Babylon the Great. All right, you got food shortages. All right, people are already losing their jobs. All right, if you're in the tech industry, you're at risk of losing your job.
Yeah.
Back in 20.
The fast food industry. The grocery stores, they got robots already.
Self-checkout.
It's robots already created
So
to
you
take your job.
got artificial intelligence that's going to be taking people's jobs. All right. Then you have a lot of I was about to say that back in 2020 you had an influx of money being put into the system. All right, that got these people like high, basically. You know, like the injection. You know, so you had jobs hiring people. You know, you had people spending money on DoorDash, Uber, and stuff like that. All right. Now, you're seeing the effects of the economy. Oh, there was an influx of money going into the school systems. Now these school systems are not working with the money that they were working with, so they need more money. People have higher taxes. Not to mention inflation, and not to mention what you're paying on a regular basis. You know.
Again, he said something on March 11th, they're going to make it illegal in America to have a sidekick.
Oh yeah, I heard about it. I heard about the Biden passed legislation about the gig workers. You know, in private contracts, has to be more definitive definition. How are you working and who you're working for? Then you got the IRS, the influx of IRS workers, all right? So a lot of businesses are going to be affected, right, by these different legislations that these Democrats are passing, Biden legislation. You know?
It says the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear.
And the power shall stand in fear. Your different government legislators, they're going to be in fear. But you got to remember that they created this atmosphere, you know? All right? They passed these different legislations that's actually making it hard for the regular average citizen on the street, you know? Yeah, it's getting elected, yeah? Problem reacts institution. All right, pressure from above, pressure from below. All right, what's being legislated in these different chambers, all right, throughout the United States and throughout the world is actually affecting people that are on the ground, on Main Street, so to speak. So these people are reacting to what's being legislated to them, you know, and this is only the beginning of sorrows, all right? It said the beginning of wars, all right, and the power shall stand in fear, all right? So you're going to have a clash, right, of the citizens fighting up against the political class. You're going to have more protests that's going to be taking place. All right, they already have protests in Maryland because they have cuts to the school budget. You got a lot of, I've not heard in, I think Cecil, Kentucky, or maybe even Harford County or whatever, they cutting JV sports and art, you know? So what are the children going to do, you know? All right?
They put so much of these, did you see Jake on the highways with buckets trying to raise money for the teams and after-school programs? And you see him working, ain't nobody giving them no money, ain't nobody got money to give.
And what they're doing is cutting futures. Because
yeah.
a lot of kids set out their whole life to be a basketball player, football player, you know, you cutting out JV, that's entry level to teaching you the intricate details of that sport.
Less people getting seen. Less hope.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what the elites don't care, man, because America is for sale, man.
It's great.
You know? You got these rich billionaires in even different countries are buying up land, they're buying up agricultural land, all right? It's not for the benefit of the people, all right?
What's that? Zatar Airlines. It's a $1 billion company that just bought. They own like 50% of the Wizards. Not just the Wizards, but the Monumental Sports. And that's like the first. Now they still have total control over the basketball side of it, but that's the first international company to jump into the NBA. Any of the American professionals. So it just shows you that the international companies are jumping in.
Yeah, America's for sale.
Yeah.
Hedge funds are buying up houses. All right, you got companies like BlackRock, they're buying up houses. All right? And for years they told you that part of the American dream was to own a house with a picket fence. Now, the average citizen can't afford to buy a house and keep a 30-year fixed mortgage.
Right.
You know? So all the fundamentals that you've been taught about America is just BS, man. You know? Now bring out something.
This is Ezekiel chapter 30, I'm going to start at 10 to 20, 11. It says, thus saith the Lord power, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come unto thy mind, and thou shalt think of an evil thought, and thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls and having neither bars nor gates.
Let's talk about your adversary, Russia, right? All right? The Russians, like scripture say, turn thy hooks and put thy hooks in our jaws. All right, that Tucker Carlson interview was very insightful. All right, because the average person doesn't understand the skullduggery of what the other branch of the military that they don't speak of is doing throughout the world. And that's the CIA, all right? How many coup d'etats, all right, that they've been doing from Latin America to Africa. Yeah, they use the propaganda, you know? But the Mossad is going to use Russia and these other nations that are aligning themselves with Russia are to shoot missiles for the house of unwalled villages. Right?
This is because I had this RT too. Well, this is an RT article. It says going into the arsenal that they have. It says Russia has the world's most diverse nuclear arsenal. Okay, U.S. General says Washington desperately needs to modernize its own nuclear forces, the head of the U.S. Strategic Command has said. It says Russia poses a serious challenge to America's military dominance. Air Force General Anthony Cotton, who heads the U.S. Strategic Command, said on Thursday Moscow already possesses a nuclear arsenal that exceeds Washington's and is actively modernizing. He told the U.S. Senate's Armed Forces Committee in a prepared statement.
And this proves the accomplishments of your leadership, all right? Because I remember years ago they had something called the START Treaty, and they were supposed to have a treaty with Russia to quell down nuclear weapons, you know? But it never went through, you know? Because guess what? Those missiles are going to be shot before Babylon the Great.
That's right.
Right? And we're out here because we have hopes to be delivered from the calamities that are about to come. Because this only going to take 60 minutes to destroy America. Right? 1 hour. Right? So think about it. How many hours out of the day goes by from day to day to day. In one particular hour, Babylon the Great is going to come into remembrance. Right? There's going to be no more America. And it's going to take the people that live overseas by surprise. You know? That's the great day of the Lord, right? When the earth is going to rock to and fro like a drunkard, right? You remember when 9/11 happened, all right? They even shut down BET for programming. To show you what happened with the towers, what happened with Pentagon when you get the news. MTV, all right?
This is Revelation 18:8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord power who judgeth her. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her. It says, when they shall see the smoke of her burning.
Yeah, because they're not going to be able to make any money anymore. You got all these influences that come in from these other countries, car imports, you know, different industries that in America that use foreign labor and so on and so forth. All right, they're not going to make no money no more because this is a consumeristic nation. All right, they raise up people to consume products and services. All right, they don't produce it. What they do produce is weapons. Right.
It says, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, the great city, Babylon, the mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment.
And for fear of her torment. Right? Because what the Lord is about to do to this place, the angels and the chariots, he's just talking about it, thousands of chariots, along with the nuclear missiles, all right, are going to destroy this place in 60 minutes, man. According to the Bible, for strong is the Lord that judgeth him. All right, Yahawah, all right, the God of Israel, the God of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? And the hope elect, all right, the salvation for the hopeful elect, all right, that's going to live to tell about this great destruction that's going to take place, all right?
This is Isaiah 55:16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work.
And that's those nuclear missiles, all right? That's what the Most High created, all right? Those scientists, he gave them the formulas to create the weapon to be the waster to destroy the earth, all right? In these times, you're going to see with all of those, that work that those scientists put in, the result, all right, of that, all right? Splitting the atoms, you know, spending all this taxpayer dollars in these other countries, putting their into all right, changing your agriculture-based economies into war economies. Are you get ready to see the results of that? All right, the United States spends the majority of their budget on military expenditures. All right, and they're still going to be destroyed in 60 minutes. All right. So just think of that. That's all. Every time you get paid, every time the average citizen gets paid, all right, a percentage of that money goes towards the military to the military is going to suffer a major defeat over there in Western Asia. All right? So in essence, it's all in vain. That's why the scriptures say the people weary themselves with very vanity. All right? You have people in their minds, I got to work this job to keep my lifestyle. All right? And it's all going down the toilet, man.
What's in their very lives?
Yeah, they're financing their own tyranny and destruction, man. And they don't know it, man. But that's of Yahawahs Shai. All right, because this is a mystery. All right, when we speak a mystery, even though we're speaking it openly. All right, because the average mind can't fathom the terror, the sheer terror that's going to be on the streets. You know? It's going to come a time where these streets are desolate, man. And people are going to be afraid to walk in them. All right, the nights in Babylon, in that hour we talking about, are going to be very terrible, man. Are you going to hear screams of women? All right, children being abandoned. Children walking up and down the street. Oh, the worst type of war to have is a civil war, man. All right? Yeah, you got a movie about to come out. Yeah, the worst type of war is to have a civil war. You can't stay in your house, man. All right?
Somebody better run into it.
Yeah, somebody will run into it. Yup. Yeah, it's good to say it's pilgrims in that house. You know? Because you're going to have to be on the move, man. You know?
Second Ezra 15, Second Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
The scriptures say woe means destruction. It says woe to the world and them that dwell therein. All right?
For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another and swords in their hands.
Yeah, we're talking about civil war, man. Civil unrest. All right, it's going to lead to civil war. When these people can't eat, they're going to resort to more violence. Right? And that's prophesied in the Bible, man. All right?
Verse 16, for there should be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes.
There's going to come a time where people are not going to acknowledge the mayor. Out here is Bowser. In Baltimore, you got Brandon Scott. All right, and it's election season too, man. All right? And it's really looking like it might be a black swan event, man. Because the numbers are not looking good for President Biden, man. All right? And we always thought, Bush, and the Republicans, when they was in power, they was, overthrow the election, declare martial law. But it looks like the Democrats, they might well be the villain, Because the policies that are coming out, all right, that they're pushing are having effects on the average working class person, the toiler, all right, the one that sacrifices, all right. It's like in Maryland, they're pushing laws to raise the taxes on gun manufacturers, which is going to ultimately add more taxes on the middleman, the wholesalers that deal with bullet, and ultimately the buyers. And these are law-abiding citizens, all right? But see, the sentiment of the people is that you let the criminals get away with everything, and you penalize the law-abiding citizens, all right? So that's what the scriptures say, they shall not regard their kings and princes, all right? And the course of their actions shall stand in their power, all right?
That's the spirit, bro. That's the spirit. Verse 17, it says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. And verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed.
Yeah, the city's going to be troubled, all right? The city's going to be troubled. The houses going to be destroyed. I remember, I never forget, man, a guy he was on a night with a Jeep. And he said,
that
he said they're going to kill him. They're going to kill each other for a can of peas. The littlest, minute things that you take for granted, in the time to come, people are going to kill each other for it.
Right.
Like a can of peas, it's going to be a luxury to have toilet paper. Like it's your basic necessity. The women not going to be able to clean themselves properly.
Yeah, my woman was just like, I don't want that rotten banana. Soon.
I told brothers last week. In Baltimore. I was walking on Baltimore Street and I seen little strips on the ground, You right now, you can fathom just picking up something, shirts and garments, picking up something, eating it off the ground. You know how common that's going to be in the times to come? People just picking up stuff. You see homeless people looking through the trash can trying to get food. The average person is going to be rummaging through the trash can to get food, man. That's the shortages of resources that we're talking about. All right? They're going to ultimately lead to cannibalism.
Yeah.
All right?
Listen, been banding together. Overflowing, this town, this neighborhood, taking women for, possession, trade people. It's going to get fucking bad.
It is. And this is the thing about it. They already trafficking humans at the border, man. All right? They already doing things at the border. Then you got these sleeper cells. They don't know who's coming in here. All right? And that's the question of MOTV, because you got to have chaos. You know, I remember there's a movie, Chucky and Lynn. Siege is another good movie. They had the scene where there's an opera event, and they had wounded, and the woman was carrying her arm with her. All right, that's where people get arrested. The event takes place, man. Right? Just like over there in what's the Asia, in the area of Asia, you always hear about something happening in Pakistan and this and that. All right? People can't fathom what we speak to. All right? The scriptures say the terrible things and righteousness that we answer. All right? Because what? This is happening because people have dwelt in great pride. You never know that it would happen. You didn't never know that you be in a low place. Yeah, come here.
This is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 14. And it shall be as the chased roe, and as the sheep, that no man take the vote. And every man, they shall every man to his own people, and flee everyone to his own land. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished.
So this is definitely nice. It's about the color. That's why we out here to warn our people. I don't speak of the prophets, how the prophets prophesy war people in the country. This is for the elect. Them that have an ear, they'll fear the Lord. They'll come back to fear the Lord and seeking out the heavenly power, man. Yahawah and his son Yahawahs. All right? The scriptures say, like the scriptures say, who the man perceived the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and punish. All right? There's a judgment for living this lifestyle. It's just being simple, man. You got to pay a price, man. And a lot of these people are going to pay in misery, and they're going to ultimately pay with their life. All right? Whether they be a fixture of the street, as dung in the street, or wiped up with the missile of destruction with the missiles, man.
This is Isaiah 65 and verse 12. It says, therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I had called, you did not answer. When I spake, you did not hear. But did evil before my eyes, and did choose that where I delighted not.
When the Lord spoke, they didn't listen. And what the Lord always set up his prophets to come out before and speak his words. All right?
Verse 13, it says, therefore, thus saith Yahawah Bashar, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed.
So in those times, we hope to be in peace. All right? Because remember Yahawah said, if you ask anything in my name, I shall give it to you. And the Lord is not a man that he can lie. They need to repent. All right, so in the days when people can't eat, when people are starving and rummaging through stores and rioting, all right, we hope to be in peace with the Heavenly Father, man. And that's why we out here, man. All right? Because we want salvation. We want that, hey, we want to strengthen the spirit, all right? Because you're going to have to be strengthened in the mind to deal with what you're about to see. Because a lot of people just going to give up, all right? They're going to lose everything and they're just going to lose their mind. And a lot of people are going to submit themselves to that MOTV, all right? That digital implant, all right? With a relief pack. That's two-edged sword, yeah. Just like taking, just like those stimulus that were given out, all right? You should know, yeah. So now the same people that got that, you know, they had the money, they saved money, they were getting all unemployment benefits, all right? But now, look at what's happening, all right? This economic slowdown, you're paying more for everything. And they're using that as an excuse over the pandemic. That's why we have to raise prices. That's why we have to do this and do that, right? That was a trap, man. You know, the elders and apostles spoke of that. Yeah, I remember when Bush gave out those stimulus, man. Well, Bush gave out the stimulus back in like 2000, President Bush, you know?
I was too young, right?
Yeah, he gave out stimulus, man.
Yeah.
You know? But it only lasts for us. You get the money, you spend it, and the price is good.
Trump again. They got it from Trump last time. So like when these prophets were on Trump, the voted for Biden, he didn't give them about
I'm telling you, man. Oh, you know what they try to do with they try to use some sound bites from Trump. Trump was talking about he's selling t-shirts with his mugshot on it, and black people buying it, stuff like that. And then they put Al Sharpton up there and said, oh, this is positive. This and that. You should see the face on Al Sharpton, man. That guy, man, he's a puppet too, man. Like the scripture say, among my people found wicked broken. You know, he lays snares and traps. You know?
That came out. He was paid 8.
Yeah, he's a gatekeeper, man.
Yeah, the dude got skinny, right?
Yeah, he got real skinny, man. He looks sick.
But they taking Trump off balance.
You know he wouldn't mind.
Like some states.
Yeah,
They're taking them off their balance.
They got a Supreme Court. So up until Trump, remember when Trump was in office, the media was just against him. It was scandal and provocation, all behind his presidency. And then you had the C-19 thing, you know? His presidency was a whole distraction when people wasn't paying attention to his policies, all right? And now that Biden came in, he just switched up everything, closed down the pipeline, right? Kept the borders open, you know?
Now they got a crisis in the
They nigga reading straight from a script. Like, you just following orders, man. You know? A border crisis, they getting it on camera like the court was crazy. They caught dude, I don't know if brother seen the video of dude with glasses, so you don't know who I am. But I came over, basically what I came over here to do. Them sleeper cells, man. Coming over here to create like chaos and do all types of shit.
America's over with.
It's a done deal.
Let's take the fork
This is what they want. They want the people to fight against each other, and they want to implement. The people gonna fight against each other, and then they gonna come in with no holds bars or whatever. Not no holds bars, but what they call it? They call that zero tolerance. Come in with zero tolerance. Get down and lay down. Get the podium, podium method. All right. They have a reason to. Now you had it was lax on the laws for years. All right, now you have a reason to tighten up. All right, and seize more control over the people. To the point where America will look like America. You know?
The Bowser and Hitler, some more that because it wasn't just the two the two-man, you know, the being able to break up, because it was more stuff that was associated with going to
Your appearance,
yeah.
hoodie, or if you're whatever you're wearing could be deemed as terroristic, or what's the other one? If you're causing fear among people.
Yeah, but then it cuts social services. It says it cuts. Yeah, they cut food stamps, and then it cuts domestic violence support, homeless prevention and eviction support, emergency rental assistance, transitional support from shelters to housing programs. Bro, and then it's starting here at the hub, bro. You know, it's starting right here in the nation's capital. So what do you think that's going to spread throughout the fucking Babylon?
And we're seeing it firsthand,
Hell
bro.
yeah.
I get I got this app with all the crime that happens in the district. So I get the alerts. Man, it is on fire out here, man. To where those the mayor, what's her name? Meryl Bowser. She declared an emergency. She can't handle the city. She can't control the city. They got a perfect one of these teenagers and in Baltimore City. But that's just good.
Yeah. So that's more incentive for these laws to be passed, man. And when they do it, they're gonna fucking be these troops gonna be out there. It's gonna turn into a military state. Okay, martial law, all that's gonna be declared, bro. And then it's gonna be a reaction to that. You got civilians reacting to that. A spirit of rebellion out there.
And then you got people that's fleeing from these different blue states,
Red states.
and if you can't afford to flee, you're gonna be stuck here.
I used to live near a base in North Carolina, Fort Bragg. And, you know, you see soldiers there all the time, but I remember specifically, this is a year and a half ago, there was a man that had a big, you know, he looked like an Edomite, tall Edomite, and he had a big ass beard, and he said, they looked at him kind of weird because they saw him in military clothing. But now you know, you saw military, you can't have a beard that big. And you know who can? Them UN troops can have that. And he had a fucking accent too. So he was like, oh, you're different. You haven't seen your boy, an accent. Yeah, no, they stationed me here. I'm like, I was like, he's not American. He's not an American soldier. And he had that fucking, it's not the Green Berets, but they have another version of that. He looked exactly like the soldiers, man. So they have those soldiers here already here.
You got them soldiers walking amongst us. This is what prevents you from being about this.
Hey, if they changing the laws, they need to ban that shit too.
Okay, go. This is Sirach, so there's Ecclesiastes chapter 39, verse 20, verse 28. It says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, and which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force to appease the wrath of him that made them.
So we're coming in at a time where those spirits are created for vengeance. Alright? They're gonna be the wrath of those that sin. Right? And that's the Heavenly Father, the Heavenly Father, the Most High. Right? He's the one that's created these spirits that will jump on these people, that these people chop their heads and put them in their bodies. You will see things that you never seen before. Right? Oh, yeah, definitely. That's
Nope. There's more. It says, verse 29, fire and hell.
Oh, fire. Texas, look at the Texas Panhandle, man.
Right. Yeah.
All right?
Fire.
Burning up cabins, man. Right?
Snow to make a day.
Yep.
It says, fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance.
Yeah, so these things are created for vengeance, right? Fire, hail, and death, right?
It says teeth of wild beasts.
Teeth of wild beasts. And you're going to have the zoos, right?
It was, they just showed in Cali. I don't know if you can see the story. It was Jake was, know, I guess handle, he was in a pit bull kennel. And the dog, I guess he was feeding him, and he went to feed him, and bro,
Oh, I heard about that.
and,
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I heard about that.
Bro, the team of wild beasts, man.
Yeah. And he can put the spirit on the dogs. What up, man?
It says, teeth of wild beasts and scorpions and serpents, the sword punishing the wicked to destruction.
Punishing the wicked to destruction. The spirits of the creative we want to be out here crying. We cry for all the abominations that we've done in this era. Right? We want an exemption from judgment. Right? The why. Right? We're looking to be protected from those things. You said that the name of the Lord is a strong tower and you run into it and are safe. Right?
Luke 4:30, it says, take a good heart, O Jerusalem, for he that gives thee that name will comfort thee. It says, miserable are they that afflict thee, and rejoice at thy fall.
Rejoice at our fall.
Verse 31 says, miserable are they that afflict thee and rejoice at thy fall.
They go from misery and they go dwell in misery. Right? From the time that they touch Israel and the side start going down, right? And that starts to transformation, transition. From being in power, then coming into captivity. Right?
Right. This is verse 32. Miserable are the cities which thy children serve. Miserable is she that receiveth thy son.
Yeah, because it's a curse to receive the children of Israel and having them in your hands and touching them when Yahawahs come back. Because Yahawahs is going to come back in the midst, all right, of you committing atrocities upon the nation of Israel. All right? You will have majority of our people in concentration camps, torture them. And that's your desire. You can wait for this for years, all right, for generations, man. You lead of you so-called white people have been waiting to get their hands on the children of Israel legally, all right? That's why they have to create a situation in which our people just go crazy and lose it so that they have the justification to touch Israel, all right?
It says, verse 33, for as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad at thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation.
70 AD Titus, right? Titus Vespasian, right? Domitian, all right? Then they had the Ark of Titus, they rejoiced at that, right? All right? Yeah, to this day, it's still up. All right? And that's them rejoicing at the fall of the children of Israel, the nation of Israel. Is that Theodore Roosevelt?
Yeah, Theodore.
That's Theodore Roosevelt?
They're sitting on that fucking roof.
But that's down here in D.C. Yeah. That's in the down. Down. Yeah, because they try to hide their small thug their wickedness. You know?
It says, verse 34, says, for I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning.
Yeah, her pride shall be turned into mourning. We went into that. Strong is the Lord that judgeth her. Right? Keep on reading.
Yep, it says, verse 35, for fire shall come upon her from the everlasting, long to endure, and she shall be inhabited with devils for a great time.
Yeah, so once America's destroyed, the nuclear mill is going to burn for years. When the fire finally goes out, it's going to be a desert. And it ain't never going to be built back up again. Right? It's going to be a memorial. Yeah? We're going to tell our children's children, this is when we suffered our greatest, longest captivity. Right? In this land. And look at it now. It's just a memorial. And we're going to tell them all the wickedness that happened. You know, you had men that wanted to be women, and women that wanted to be men. All right? You had look at that man in the field. He used to be a ruler over the children of Israel in this land. He was not fighting against the Most High. Right? So this is hope, man. We actually giving our people hope, right? Because when we're looking for the kingdom of heaven, all right, first with our Lord established here with the order of our Lord Yahawah Shai, all right, you're gonna have the order of King David and the apostles and the prophets, all right? And you got peace. Every man's gonna have his own inheritance, his lot, all right? Wine, you know, ultimately peace of mind, you know? You read the book of Deuteronomy, the first 12, 14 verses, you know, the blessings. You know, you're going to have children playing in the streets. All right? You pan the camera around, our children can't play in the streets. All right? They'll get hit. You know, there's not going to be no prison industrial complex in the kingdom of heaven. All right? So-called white man's going to be taking out a rulership and he's never going to come to power again. That's the gospel for our people, man. Yep. All right? And right now, we're telling the downfall of this society, man. Right. All right? According to the Bible. All right?
This is Isaiah 13 and 19. It says, in Babylon, the glory of kingdom, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah, so when you see how the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah in the scriptures, that's how America's going to be destroyed. All right? It's going to be a great deal. It's going to be terrifying, man. All right?
Right. It says, and it shall never be inhabited, neither shall be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall an Arabian pitch their tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their foes there.
There's not going to be no commerce here. There's not going to be no dwelling here. Right? We're not going to have sellers here, nothing, man. It's going to be the forbidden zone.
I mean, I know it's
you know? Yeah, man. It's going to be nothing left of this place, man. All right? We're going to fly chariots over this place, man. Like, to visit, man.
right.
And that's the thing, bro. You're going to have access to the chariots. We're going to have access to different planets. All right? We're not going to be just confined to one area. All right? We're not going to be passed through. We're not going to need no permission, liberty from an alien, from a wicked ruler, to do anything, man.
Right.
All right? We wake up, we're going to praise the Lord and just do what we want to do according to the law. Right? Well, the law is going to be in us. Right? So we're not going to have to worry about sinning.
It's a couple. It says,
You got something else?
Yeah.
Good.
Come, this is Amos 8 and 11. It says, behold, the days cometh, saith the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Most High.
And that's what's coming, man. Because it's going to come a time where they're going to demonize you for speaking this word. All right? People going to want to hear this. You know how people walk up and down? That's right. All right? Well, they hear us. Right? People know about the Israelites. All right? People know about we prophesied the downfall of Babylon and America. All right? But it's going to come a time when people, they ain't going to be able to find us.
That's why I did a video on it, and if I was that no gathering the two together. What do you think that's about? You know, in the spirit, but it's gonna come a time, G. We ain't gonna have no rest.
This is Amos 8 and 12. It says, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord.
Yeah, because they're gonna want that comfort that comes from the word of the Lord.
Yeah.
All right? And they're not gonna have access to it. All right? All they're gonna have access to is their wicked imagination. All right? And their desires of the flesh. They're not gonna have access to the spirit. Like the comfort. All right?
This is Isaiah 14, verses 1 and 2. It says, "For Yahawahs will have mercy on Jacob, will choose Israel, and set them in their land, and the strangers shall flee to them, and they shall flee to the house of Jacob." Yeah, this is Isaiah 14 and 1. It says, "For Yahawahs will have mercy on Jacob."
Yeah, that's what the Lord's gonna have mercy on Jacob, all right, in particular the elect. All right, Jacob's name was changed to Israel. Yahawahs, he is the prince of the power. Go ahead.
And will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land.
Our land is the land of Israel, which is being fought over. We're gonna get the complete border, all right, from the river, Nile River over to the Euphrates River. Right. All right, we're gonna have the fertile crescent, and not to mention that the world, and access throughout the universe, man. You know.
Right.
And the Heavenly Father's for us, Israel, man. All right. And we gotta keep faith in that. That's what's gonna keep us going, you know. Faith in Yahawah, the prophecy. When the spirit of Yahawah is the spirit of prophecy.
Right.
You know. Seeing something far off, all right. Even though we don't see it right before our eyes. Right?
It says, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave unto the house of Jacob, and the people shall take them and bring them there and the people shall bring them there to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahawah for servants and handmaids, and they shall take captives whose captives they were, and shall rule over their oppressors.
Right.
Yeah, that's part of our inheritance, is to have the nations, you know. As to be, I said, give ye the heathen for our inheritance. Right? Come. So we gonna wrap it up. We give all praises to Yahawah.
Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKakodash.
Double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone, son. Shalom.
Shalom.